Hi everyone, it's Raylene from RTO Doctor, and today, this Father's Day 2016, I'd like to bring to you a special quick tip, more so information than a quick tip, but I'd rather bring this to you today because I was thinking about all of the fathers and sons and fathers-to-be who are out there in our workplaces who for various reasons in the workplace don't necessarily get to come home of an evening. And in particular, I'm talking about accidents in the workplace and how the vocational education and training sector contributes to that. So last year in 2015, the Training and Accreditation Council underwent a strategic industry audit around Western Australia in relation to RTOs offering high-risk work licence training. And out of those, there was a significant concern. Well, actually, it started out with a range of complaints from Industry Skills Council, six verified complaints, in particular around industry engagement, concerns about the volume of learning and the amount of training that was occurring prior to assessment, people who were obtaining high-risk work licences without necessarily being competent. And of course, there's always that concern or the confusion surrounding the national assessment instruments and the unit of competency. For those of you who are not aware, WorkSafe has a range of national assessment instruments that are required for use by high-risk work licensed assessors in relation to all licensing units around Australia. And in the majority of those NAIs, the minimum pass rate, if you like, is 80%. Now, of course, in competency-based training, you are either 100% competent or you're not competent at all. And so the unit of competency is often missed and only the NAI is being assessed. One of the big findings in relation to the strategic industry audit and hence the impact on my talk today for Father's Day, I just wanted to bring you some of the results of that audit, and I'm going to be a little bit rude and I'm going to read them out because the statistics are quite astonishing. And it's really giving us some food for thought on this Father's Day around the concept of training and the concept of assessment and how both of those things contribute to the safety of our men, whether in the workplace or even in the backyard doing do-it-yourself projects and their capabilities, and how we have a responsibility in the vocational education training sector to ensure the safety of these men and to make sure that they do come home of an evening to spend time with their families. So without further ado, here are some of the statistics in relation to that strategic industry audit undertaken last year in 2015. And there were varying levels of compliance with the standards. 70% of RTOs were non-compliant with one or more of the standards in relation to training and assessment. That's right, 70%. And 35% of those non-compliant RTOs had overall levels of significant or critical non-compliance. So there was more than sufficient reason for industry and families to be concerned about the level of compliance and competency of our men when they go out into the workplace to perform this high-risk work training and assessment and job skills. Now, of course, when we're talking about high-risk work, what we're talking about are things like scaffolding, dogging, rigging, elevated work platforms, that sort of thing. So what we really would like to bring home to you today to contemplate on this Father's Day is it really worth someone's life to go for a course that has a shorter duration and is cheaper? And wouldn't it be better for you to ensure the safety of your loved one when they come home from work of an evening and make sure that they've been trained and assessed as industry require and in a way that allows them to perform the job and come home safely at night? that's about it for tonight. I might put a link to the strategic industry audit in the comments section of this video so that people can have a read if they're interested. But please do think about the impact of training and assessment and the impact that it has on the lives of everyone, not just men. There are plenty of women out there as well, and I was a bit neglectful to mention that, but there are plenty of women out there as well with these high-risk work licenses. But it was because I'm bringing this to you on Father's Day that I focused mostly on men. Thank you very much for your time this evening. I hope you all had a wonderful Father's Day, and remember, let's make sure that our training and assessment is competent in all ways to ensure that the people that we're working with go home safely each night. Thanks. Bye.